You can selectively wipe your memory of one played video game and replay it. What game is it? Portal. And Portal 2. Gotta be Portal 2 over Portal 1 for me. That moment at the end was just... seriously. I wish there were more moments like that in games. Moment of crisis. Hope is lost, but there's just enough information to give you the right idea to win. It's not some dumb quick-time event. Not some stupid spam X. Just a slight feeling of wait. What if, and a Hail Mary pull of the trigger. League of Legends and hope I hate it this time around. The Mass Effect trilogy fucking cried when I finished them, still do actually. Breath of the Wild. Witcher 3, loved it. Red Dead 2. Skyrim, please send help, Todd has a gun to my head. Fallout New Vegas. Ocarina of Time. That game blew my young mind when it came out. Boots up game. What the hell are these shitty graphics and why am I playing this? Quote. Turns up game. My thoughts exactly. Amazing game. But a relic supported by nostalgia. Edit. Calling it a relic is inaccurate. But the age would definitely be off-putting. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Subnautica. So you can shit yourself when you hear Reaper all over again? Asterisk oxygen. Asterisk. As someone who plays exclusively on hardcore, I miss that sound. World of Warcraft. But only if I can also rewind time to 2004. Telltale Games. The Walking Dead. The Last of Us. Yes, I want to rehash Depression. That was first game that came to mind for me. 2. That or Life is Strange. Both games kinda messed me up for a bit. Undertale. Super Mario World no contest. Came here to say this. It's such a magical game. I'd love to play it through with no sense of what's coming next or where the secrets are. Doki Doki Literature Club or Life is Strange. My college roommates recommended the Doki Doki to me. I was in my room playing for like 2 hours, then I hit that one part. I walk out to them saying WTF and they laugh at me. Man, such good times. I never thought a Japanese dating simulator would hit me so hard in the feels. Great concept. BioShock Infinite. Oblivion. Yes, I'm ready for the fresh emotional trauma from the Dark Brotherhood questline. How has no one said Minecraft yet? This is correct answer. Shadow of the Colossus. The moment when you see the first Colossus is mind-blowing. Probably Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on PS2. That thing was so fun. The BioShock trilogy. South Park. The Stick of Truth. Game is a lot of fun. And I'd love to go and laugh my way through it again. One of my all-time favorite games with ease. Probably Horizon Zero Dawn. I was so invested in every bit of it. I'm beyond pumped for the sequel. Horizon Zero Dawn. The journey to discover the history that led to the setting of the game was amazing. The story was not what I expected, and a much more grounded and justified, as in establishing sufficiently believable reasons for there to be robot dinosaurs. Sci-fi story than I expected from most games. And Bray game basically expected to be cave people versus robot dinosaurs before launch. Especially, I think a lot of the emotional existential impact of the story relies on experiencing it and exploring the mystery yourself. Though, Zelda: Link to the Past. Super Mario World, SNES. That game is so good. I've been replaying it on my SNES Classic. Mass Effect Trilogy. A fellow man of taste I see. Final Fantasy VII. Fear. Project Origin. I want to forget the scares so I can keep replaying it over and over. Awesome game. That elementary school level shivers. Right, especially the classroom with the projector and the children's voices reading slides. So creepy. Those games really did FPS horror right. Would love to see them come back. Final Fantasy X. The first BioShock. The ending fucking blew me away. Dragon Age Origins for sure. Oof. When you romance Alistair and it comes down to the end, oh man. I truly did not see that coming. Portal. Because I saw the ending before I played it and I want a surprise. Also I want the satisfaction of doing it without walkthroughs. BioShock without a doubt. Skyrim. I know all the lines off by heart now, since I've been playing for so long. It used to be I could sit in my front room for hours just playing, but now I can only manage about an hour or so at a time. On the rare occasion I do play it, I'd love to relive the absolute wonder of my first fantasy game. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Persona 5. Definitely Dark Souls 1. If I could feel hopeless to the asylum demon again, it would reset my constant search for harder games. I wish I could relive the dread of going through Blighttown again. Since someone said Mass Effect Trilogy already, Zelda OOT. Either Skyrim or GTA 5, both of those I've played so much and I would love to relive the first time. I actually would rather keep my memories and just replay the game. I enjoy the feeling of nostalgia I get from playing beloved old games, and if my memories were wiped, that would be lost. Hollow Knight. Good lord, yes. Og Legend of Zelda. Bloodborne. Oh, if I could fight Ludwig for the first time again. Dragon Age. Inquisition. I was slightly spoiled for the Trespasser ending and I wish I could experience it totally unspoiled. The Dawn Will Come was such an awesome and fitting song for that game. Definitely enjoyed it. Metal Gear Solid for sure. Bloodborne! Exclamation mark. Monkey Island. Planescape. Torment. One of the most unique and well-written games of all time. I would love to discover it again. That was one of my favorite games. Top 5 all-time for sure. I once spent so long playing it I had to put my hand on the kitchen table and crack it back into place. Absolutely. What a gem of a game. The companions were so well done and atmosphere's uniqueness. I wish it was re-released with all the content added back in. I wanna know what's in your diary. Fall from Grace. Skyrim, Asura, Oblivion and Morrowind have aged too much for me, and I've played Skyrim enough times that I've pretty much memorized every dungeon, quest and story. I'd love to start all over again. Just have that first time feeling. Just Cause 3. I was so disappointed by 4. It had so much potential, but 3 was way better. Definitely Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. It's such a beautiful game and I want to get another 120 hours out of it. Chrono Trigger. For all that to be fresh again. Halo CE, cause I spoiled the Flood reveal for myself by reading the book first. Minecraft. Dark Souls. The first playthrough takes a very long time. There's so much mystery, challenge, surprise, and frustration. The feeling of that first experience never quite comes back. Ace Combat 4, 0 all the way. Shattered Skies was amazing. Kimona Mission had some of the best music from the franchise. I enjoyed all of them except the last one. I had some great highlights. The most recent one I didn't really like and never finished. The magic was gone. I feel like it was a breath of fresh air while also coming back to the basis of the series. Happy to see Ace Combat in the wild here. Which is the one that went hard on flamenco guitar? That was my favorite. I'm pretty sure that was 0. Skyrim, so I can relive it. Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time. The Witcher 3100%. Too many good ones to choose from, monsieur. But if I really had to pick, I'd say World of Warcraft. If MMORPGs count. It was really more about the point of time in my life when I started playing, and who I played with along the way than the game. From time to time I've entertained the idea of picking it up again. But it's just not the same as those wonder-filled first years when I reconnected with my brother over the game and met a lot of pretty cool people along the way. Either Heavy Rain, Detroit, Become Human or Telltale's The Walking Dead. Frogger. Minecraft. Halo. Skyrim or Oblivion. Hollow Knight. I'm gonna have to go with Bloodborne. The eerie atmosphere, creepy monsters around any corner, and high chances of dying at any time made this one of the few games to actually get my heart racing the first time I played it. It's just not the same now that I know where every enemy is and how to most easily kill them, monsieur. Morrowind. Me, too, being a very close second. Metro 2033. just blew my mind the first time I played it. Still does on higher difficulties in Ranger mode. You need to get very creative with your kills. I never play those games anything other than Ranger Hardcore. They are so good I find myself replaying them every couple months. It's the kind of game that Fallout should be. Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd like to leave notes to myself on how to understand the game just so I can maximize my first playthrough to the highest quality and make sure I take my time to enjoy the game. Kingdom Hearts for sure, without a doubt. Ratchet & Clank, up your arsenal for PS2. Wow, the beginning was really fun until I realized that everything is recycled. Breath of the Wild, Skyrim, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Last of Us, Titanfall 2. Best campaign I've ever played. Was looking for this best movement in any FPS game I have ever played. Minecraft. Started on version 1.1 and it was incredible. Alternatively, Terraria. Started on 1.1.2 and got about 500 hours before Reddit started updating again. Either of these games would give thousands of hours. RuneScape. This should be much higher. I don't know about video game, but if it's a show either, an or Atla or TLOK. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, specifically the climb to the top of the facility. Breath of the Wild. Undertale. Minecraft. When I found my first diamond again, my reaction would be the happiest deja vu of all my life. Portal 2 is the only answer. You monsters. Gran Turismo, no doubt. Is this a joke because they're all the same? Sorry, I haven't played GT, but this is what it seems like from an outsider's point of view. Like saying Madden 18. Well, I just played Gran Turismo 4 when it came out. That was my first game for my PS2, so it's not a joke. Yes and no. It's probably not to the extent of Madden or FIFA, where it's literally the same game every year. But that said, there's only so much you can do with a racing game. Most racing games include major physics and graphical updates, tracks and cars, etc. But what often gets overlooked is the features. GT is one of the ones that usually adds quite a number of new things each iteration. Dirt racing, B-Spec mode, weather, expansion of endurance racing with 12 and 24-hour races, all added over the years. The last one was basically an online competitive-centric title. Complete departure from the rest of the series. But, you're right, it only goes so far before it just feels like you're doing race after race, but with different cars and tracks. See Forza 7. GT is literally just race after race with different cars and conditions. Oversimplified somehow, I guess. But they're not the same since the physics change and there's actually new content. Unlike in games like FIFA where the only thing changing are probably the stats. I bought GT4 because of the car options and then absolutely hated it. Going 30 miles per hour. Brake, turn, fly 10 miles into dirt. I can only go 5 miles per hour in. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.